Dojo looking to clutch this up in the 1v2, but can he do it? German does get spotted out. Comes in, and again, I do believe Havoc Elite Legends are gonna close us out here as they have control of the P4 and the close-up spawn. A contest does come in, the tides are gonna be ticking, and these kills have to happen into the bottom of map now, and it goes back in favor of the side of Big Max. A very back and forth kill so far. The kill's not going their way if you're Havoc Elite Legends. This is looking too close to call here from me and Spyro. It is very back and forth right now, as I do believe
they got it. They did.
They closed it out. Oh my goodness gracious.
Like a phantom menace. You just lose him and he becomes the biggest thorn in your side. Continues to fry, looking for more, just gonna try and play his life. Make it another for Ren on the 5 spree. Make it a 6 in a row for Ren. Make it a 7 spree for Ren, and the win going the way of Amplify Black on this map #1. My goodness.
Jake Pancake wipes that idea out as another kill for him, and he is absolutely popping off. Howdy again. Doing work into the front of sight, and I do believe it is too much here for the side of EWG Red to try to get this one. But again, it's just a contest, and they need to try to get these kills. But Jake Pancake with a 3-piece to close us out, I do believe, and that's gonna do that for us. Team Reapers absolutely. And again, I do believe Havoc Elite Legends are gonna close us out here as they have control of the P4 and the close-up spawn. A contest does come in, the time is gonna be ticking, and these kills have to happen into the bottom of map now, and it goes back in favor of the side of Big Max. A very back and forth kill so far. The kill's not going their way if you're Havoc Elite Legends. This is looking too close to call here from me and Spyro. It is very back and forth right now, as I do believe
Max, they got it. They did.
They closed it out. Oh my goodness gracious.
Now, he's going to be coming in. Will you read it out for me? Able to take down Vestal. So a 2v4 just like that. Daddy realizing that he's getting on both sides. Oh no. And Vestal going to be assassinated in the corner. Will be the side of EWG Academy winning round #4.
At least 5 vessel dinner first. Good lord. That's just common courtesy, right?
It has to be. Dinner. It's not. Never mind, but my goodness, EWG Academy feeling confident, feeling like they are going to win this series.
Yeah, here inside, he's going to take him hostage. He's going to show him those brick walls. Nothing PG-13 related happening here.
The rest of this beat time, you will have Ren early rotated, able to take down one, and might get traded out here. Will be on the chase. Ren so sneaky, so slippery, gonna be going back. A double for Ren. You can't kill this man. He is just being a nuisance. Make it a triple for Ren. The time secured for the side of Amplify. He is like a phantom menace. You just
gonna do that for us. Team Reapers absolutely. Does get spotted out by Decent, just holding that angle from the back. Joe's looking to clutch this up in the 1v2, but can and again, I do believe Havoc Elite Legends are gonna close us out here as they have control of the P4 and the close-up spawn. A contest does come in, the tide's gonna be ticking, and these kills have to happen into the bottom of map now, and it goes back in favor of the side of Big Max. A very back and forth kill so far. The kill's not going their way. If you're Havoc Elite Legends, this is looking too close to the call here for me and Spyro. It is very back and forth right now, as I think
Big Max, they got it. They did.
They closed it out. Oh my goodness gracious.
Coming in, will you read it out for me? Able to take down more just like that. Daddy realizing that he's hitting both sides. Oh no, and Vessel going to be assassinated in the corner. Will be the side of EWG Academy winning round number 4.
At least buy Vessel dinner first. Good lord. That's just common courtesy, right?
Yeah, it has to be. Go having some dinner. It's not even. I know it's time. Never mind. But my goodness, EWG Academy feeling confident, feeling like they are going to win this series.
Yeah, Army here, he decides he's going to take him hostage. He's going to show him no brick wall, nothing PG-13 related happening here. And
Rest of this P3 time, you will have Ren early rotated, able to take down one. It might get traded out here. Will be on the chase. Ren so sneaky, so slippery. Going to be going back. A double for Ren. You can't kill this man. He is just being a nuisance. Make it a triple for Ren. The time secured for the side of Amplify. He is like a phantom menace. You just lose him and he becomes the biggest thorn in your side. Continues to fry, looking for more. Just going to try and play his life. Make it another for Ren on the 5-3. Make it a 6 in a row for Ren. Make it a 7-3 for Ren. And the win going the way of Amplify Black on this map number 1. My goodness.
Jake Punky wipes that idea out as another kill for him as he's absolutely popping off houses again. Doing work into the front of sight, and I do believe it is too much here for the side of PG Red to try to get this one. But again, it's just a contest, and they need to try to get these kills. But Jake Pancake with a 3-piece to close us out, I do believe, and that's gonna do that for us. Team Reapers absolutely. Doesn't get spotted out by Decent, just holding that angle from the back. Joe's looking to cut this up in the 1v2. Can he do it? And again, I do believe Havoc Elite Legends are gonna close us out here as they have control of the P4 and the close-up spawn. A contest does come in, the tide's gonna be ticking, and these kills have to happen into the bottom of map now, and it goes back in favor of the side of Big Max.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to EWG League. I am your host, your caster for tonight. My name is Clam, or Calamity, for short, for long. I reverse that backwards. Anyway, we should have a banger of a match on our hands tonight. Hopefully, you know, fingers crossed and everything. So it's going to be Autheryum Esports, or Autheryum with an A, up against TBK Black. I am just also full of energy tonight. I just had some food and I'm feeling a little too hype, I think. Anyway, but yeah, it should be a good match for tonight. You know, Autheryum 0-3 right now, having a pretty rough start to the league. I believe let me pull up their map count. I think they're 4-9, I want to say. Yeah, 4-9 on the map count, and then TBK Black 2-1, and then 8-4 in the map count as well. So I'm actually not sure. I don't think it's possible for Autheryum to qualify for playoffs. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure on that. They're probably just playing spoiler for now. I'm, you know, like I said, take that with a grain of salt. Not 100% sure, but it's most likely what's happening here. I think with only one more week of games. So should be a and maybe a potential upset here for Autheryum, just playing keep away for TBK tonight. And we'll take a quick look at the actually, let's go to the rosters first before I do maps. For Autheryum, I believe we have Dag, Glorify, Drone, and Retro gonna be playing for Autheryum tonight. And then on the other side of things, it is going to be TBK. TBK Black looking good so far. It's going to be Elite, Beams, Lander, and Glock for TBK tonight. And, decent showing from the TBK boys the last time I casted them. I'm expecting more of the same tonight, especially, if the record, the records of the teams are any indicator of the skill level. It's going to be a tough one for Autheryum to win tonight. We'll see if they're up for it. And then we will finally go into our maps and modes, as I blue balled you guys with the maps a minute ago. It's going to be Scar, Raid, and then another Scar. And then if we do end up going the distance, we'll be on Colossus and then Den to finish things off if it goes deep into the series. But yeah, double Scar, separated by a Raid to start us off. Scar, not my favorite map to watch, but definitely an interesting map to observe. On the mini map, you see a lot of arrows going around. A lot of flip spawns on Scar for sure. So definitely not the most straightforward map. You got to be very hyper aware of where the spawns are going to be, especially in Hardpoint. Seems like the spawns like to flip a lot on that map if you're not super aware of what's going on. So just be on the lookout for that one, map 1. And then sandwiched in between those two Scars is going to be Raid SND. And that's where I'm going to be looking at Autheryum Esports to take a map off TBK. If they're going to do it anywhere, it probably has to be there. That's usually how the, teams that are, not favored in a series end up taking these wins off top teams. It's search and destroy. So be on the lookout for that one. Raid SND map 2 is probably a must win for Autheryum to at least extend the series here in my eyes, but it's still not going to be easy. They're probably going to have to take another respawn as well, whether that be Scar or Colossus, one of those two as well. So we'll see if that ends up happening, but for now, I think, I would probably be favoring TBK in this matchup for sure, but, I've seen a couple comebacks for sure, but I think the last couple of games I've spectated, guys, or podcasted, have been absolute just blowouts, just 3-0. I mean, the last couple of hard points I've spectated were Omnia and the enemy team got 20, 25 points and then 29 points. So, yeah, I'm not expecting a ton from tonight's game. I'm expecting hopefully more than 25 points in the hard point tonight. Please let me get a decent chance to cast the games. You know what I mean? So we'll see if they're up for the task as we are waiting for, I think, a couple more players to load on in, but shouldn't be too much longer here. I appreciate the follows, guys, as well. How you guys doing tonight? I just got done doing the last Omnia versus I want to say Sacred, but that was yesterday. I'm drawing blanks already. Torn. It was Torn Mafia versus Omnia, and that was a blowout. Oh my god. Yeah, 2250 to 29, like 6-1, 8-1, 8-0, I think. So yeah, it was not close. So I'm hoping for my sake a little bit closer of a game than that one. That one was not even. It was just hard to watch. Games like that are just hard to watch. It is what it is. Sometimes you get slammed, and I mean, it just sucks for the viewers to watch that at that point. You know what I mean? Like, especially I can understand if you're a player or a part of the team. Obviously you want your team to do well, but just as a spectator, it kind of sucks seeing big blowouts like that. So it is what it is. We'll hopefully get a good series tonight. And, I'm still predicting probably TBK to win this one. Let me, in the meantime, while we're waiting, I guess I'll set up a poll if I can, if it'll let me. There we go. And I'll just say who you guys got winning. The series, or should I do maps, or I'll just do the series for now because I don't feel like doing any more polls. And there we go. Ugh. And I'll put that up for a few minutes, and you guys can vote over that anyway. But yeah, no, we're just still waiting for the last couple of members to roll on through. So yeah, hopefully we get a good series here. I'm excited for some good Call of Duty, but I mean, my track record the past couple days has not been good. So it is what it is, Oh, it is a brand new team. Okay, gotcha, Drone. Yeah, I was wondering because I casted Autheryum's a while back, and I didn't recognize the roster. So okay, that's a good sign then. Hopefully we have a more competitive matchup then, because yeah, the last Autheryum roster, I mean, it wasn't the best showing. I don't even remember what match that was, but it was pretty one-sided. They, that team definitely Didn't do that well. So if it's a completely new roster, you know, record's kind of out the window at that point. Then I appreciate you giving me that info as well. Yeah, it should. Hopefully, it should be a good one. I'm ready whenever you guys are. I'm just kind of chilling, waiting. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to start the match too early, but I mean, you know, I figured I might be waiting a little bit, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'll pull up the maps in case you guys forgot, because I already forgot. Been sitting here a minute. I would like to see a close SND at the very least here. Like Hardpoint, you know, might go a little bit one-sided for TBK's way, but I'm hoping kind of SND to be you know, a little bit closer than we have seen in the past couple of days. Last couple of days I've just been seeing kind of just slams in, well, all the game modes, but especially I feel like SND would be the one. If it's going to be close, it's going to be there. So we'll see if you know, the Autheryum boys with the new roster can make it happen. And that's honestly a good point though. So they have a brand new roster. I'm not sure if they've played together before or not. That could be S&D is kind of a hard game mode for new teams to come together if they just formed, especially if they have no prior experience playing together. I'm not sure if they do or not, but if they don't, then that can be the hardest game mode to really get things coordinated. Is S&D and potentially Overload as well as we, you know, continue to go forward in the season. We'll see if teams get more comfortable on that game type, but yeah, for now S&D gonna be my mark on the series if it's gonna go more than 3, but I'm gonna need to see something because the last couple days have been pretty rough. I haven't seen a whole lot from the opposing team. It's just kind of been choke slams from the top seed on the bottom seed, and we'll see if the Autheryum can put up a fight here because I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one. I know I'm rambling here, but I'm just kind of waiting for everybody to start. Yeah, I've been ready, guys. I've been ready. Start this shit. Let's get it. Oh man, the chat's moving so fast. It's hard for me to keep up. Oh, everybody's talking shit in chat. I love this. I love this. Oh man. Yeah, I love it when teams are chirping back and forth. It makes the storylines a lot more interesting. Oh wow, Autheryum won the poll in chat. We got some Autheryum fans in here for sure. That makes it a little bit more interesting. I appreciate you guys showing up for both teams. You know, I mean, I typically don't have this many viewers for a series, but I'm happy about it. I'm glad you guys are coming out and showing love to your teams. And we should have a good one on our hands, hopefully, tonight as we are loading on in. I hear the ticks in my ear. So we should be getting things started. Map number 1, Scar Hardpoint. I'm looking out for the rotations on this map in particular. On that P4, well, P3, P4, and P5. Money Hills on this map on every single one, but especially those 3, in my opinion. And I think the teams are flipped for me, so I'll get things flipped around for y'all. There we go. TBK Black on the left, Autheryum on the right, and we are off to the races. We're going to be on board with Retro, watching the OE. Actually, let's switch off him. Nobody home so far. Beams going to be pushing toward the hill. Gets one. No, just kidding. Sloppy shots from Beams. Maybe not warmed up as of yet. He gets taken down. Lander for 2, though, to clean up the pieces. And so far, it's been pretty back and forth. Retro with 3, though. We might have a different look at Autheryum tonight. And maybe a more competitive series than I thought. We'll see if they can keep this up. Nice triple from Retro. Not a whole lot of time for either squad as of yet, though. Fighting over positioning for P2. I like that route from Glorify all the way in the back. Actually, I'm not sure exactly if he's going to get the timing. Yes, he will. Shots in the back from top green. Glorify with 2. And the rotations are on. It's just going to be locked to try and pick up the pieces, but he's taken down. A nice transition to P2. This is exactly what I was talking about. Autheryum needed to do rotations galore. Nice little ninja in the back on Lander. Great job from Glorify. Great life out of him. Looking like a Halo player with that ninja. I thought it might have been a one hit in the back, but I guess that's me playing too much Halo over the past couple of years. So he's able to get that 1 kill, and they're just going to be soaking the time for now. Have a decent setup. If you look at the minimap, I mean, no show in the corner here from number 8. That's Glorify. He's playing his life so well. Another 2-piece from him. Make it all 3. This man has been cooking, looking for the 4th. His teammate will clean that one up, and this has been a clean start for Autheryum. so far. Looking good off the break. We'll see if TBK can get warmed up here in this first map. Not down a ton, but losing the slaying battle by a little bit currently. Glock and Co. chiming on in for 2. Elite over the top, has 2 more arrows to fight. He's going to get 1, and the cleanup kills are there. Autheryum will remain in control this last 5 seconds or so, but the rotations toward New are on. Elite has a big 1v1 here with Glorify. It's just whether or not he can get the timing. The nade's going to land, but the shots won't. A 1-for-1, trading each other out. So at the very least, gets his own trade. And now just a foot race toward the hill. Glock has 3 arrows in front of him. Probably just needs to stay down at this point. Stun is going to land. Shots are going to be good, but not enough for Glock to stay alive. And Elite has no idea which angle to approach that player at. He will get taken down. But TBK, to their credit, they do a decent job putting a dent in that setup, but it's been Autheryum 1 step ahead of the trades, 1 step ahead of the rotations, it would seem so far. And that has netted them about a 40-point edge as we go to New. 4 dead, a clean wipe on TBK here. And that is not a good time to die with 20 seconds left on rotation. They will probably push through ult here, and that's going to be a good sign, but Dag wins an important one. I'm not even sure how he won that. Nice little play from him as he wins another one. That's a crazy spot. That is a hard spot to push from if you're TBK there, I'm not going to lie. The rock so far in your way, and I mean, TBK spawning pretty far out at this point. All dying on old. Getting cut to shreds on New. Drone pushed up pretty far on this motel side, blocking the left-hand side of the map, cutting these players from TBK. 3 dead yet again, and I mean, this has been a pretty impressive start from Autheryum so far this match. We'll see if they can keep it up. Glock finds himself the last one a lot. Ooh, I can't even talk. They're getting they're getting finessed so hard. Last one alive on the rotation is what I was trying to say. But I mean, it's just been all blue in the kill feed. Glorify 20 and 9, Dags 13 and 6, 10 and 7 from jump. Everybody really contributing on the side of Autheryum. And I mean, Dag just soaking that hill. Super Soaker with a minute 30 so far. And TBK not looking the best so far. About a 100-point deficit as they transition to this new hill. Nice little stick from Elite on old. And that might spawn the player out. Actually, he's probably going to flip behind green if they're not careful. Actually, no, he's going to get the parallel spawn. So green's secured for now. Glock will get one off spawn, but it has to be a better effort from TBK. They've struggled so far in the slaying department. And I mean, it's been woes for them so far. Glock getting shots in on Drone over and over, but he can't finish him off. Drone shooting bodies, letting them know. 7 spree for him. And what I thought might be TBK with the one-sided advantage. It seems like it might be Autheryum this series. New team coming on in, looking promising. We'll see if they can keep it up. A 100-point lead still. As we got 20 seconds left on this P5 hill. We'll see if TBK can bounce back, but it's been rough going from them so far. Just need them to wake up in this series. Lander having a particularly rough map. I've seen that guy be frying before, so looking at him and the rest of really the whole roster to step on up in the slaying department. Maybe just coming in cold, haven't got a warm-up or something, but it's got to start sooner rather than later. Maybe TBK not expecting as much resistance, and neither was I. Weren't expecting the new roster from Autheryum, and yeah, Autheryum showing out so far after the first rotation said and done. Elite going on a pinch right now. Lander's going to chime on in, and they're going to have one player toward the side to read here. I'm not sure if they know Drone is here, and he's trying to look for a free kill. Not touching the point. Smart play, but it's going to be red. Sloppy shots, and Elite will get it done, but he's going to have one more to B. Stop shooting. Glorify almost won that one there. Or almost lost that one there, excuse me. So he's going to get dealt with. Glock going to be going toward New. And already a better start from TBK this second rotation as they got about 20 or 30 seconds on P1. And the streak's coming in, but Glock gets a freebie. Didn't expect him from behind the wall. He says, peekaboo, I see you. Hellstorm's going to come on out. And not going to find a home, but that's going to delay a lot of time. And yeah, finally, Drone able to get one. Nice job from him as that's 3 dead. Retro just soaking all of the time right now. They read the pinch on the minimap, and now TBK kind of in a spawn trap toward back blue here. This is a tough one to get out of as well. Nice nade on Retro. That'll weaken him up for his teammates, but Drone is there. Eventually, he is dealt with, but yeah, Glock just finds himself last alive, runs out of bullets here. And Glorify got a big one to win, and he does win it. I mean, Glorify 32 and 14, having an incredible map for himself right there. Doubling up on his slaying, and might be dropping 40 before we know it. And Autheryum already on new as well. It's going to be Dag. Has an important job to do on rotation. Needs to make sure he's staying alive and anchoring these spawns toward new. He only has one player to beat, and it's going to be Beams. And I don't know if Beams knows he's here. He has a suspicion, but it doesn't matter because Dag and the SMG, too strong at that angle. The headshot will confirm that rotation. For now, actually. Not quite, though, because Beam's still spawning out. They're getting parallels. What is this spawn from Glorify? He spawns in blue next to Beams. That's a crazy spawn. And this is the type of stuff I was talking about on Scar. It's hard to read split spawns like that sometimes when everybody is just on all sides of the hill. It's just chaos ensuing. Retro on the pinch, gets one, but not enough for the second. But Glock overwhelmed shortly, and he will fall eventually. So the spawns are going to flip. Beams lives up to his name there, lasering a couple on the hill. And TBK, they need to get something going. They find themselves down in a tremendous deficit at the moment. They need to try and not only get the rest of this time, but push through toward new. And they're going to have to chain a couple of hills together here to make the comeback. It's not impossible. It's just improbable. We'll see if they can make the statistics work for them. And nice job flipping on the old hill at the perfect time with 10 seconds left. Now they just have to cut and not die. But no, Elite falls toward mid-map. Retro gets another one, and now Glock has the world to do. His team just all dies in front of him right when they need everybody to stay alive. They fall, but they will spawn in them back for now. It's going to be red, though. Yeah, Lander falls immediately, and now Retro just waiting for the last player in the back to try and kill him, and Retro reads it to perfection. 225 and counting. And Autheryum, they can win it on this hill. Nice nades over the top. They combine on in. Glorify and Retro throwing a Semtex at the same time, and another 3 dead scenario. This might be GG. 10 seconds until it's all over. We'll see if TBK can even touch the hill at this point. They gotta go. They gotta go now. 5 seconds left, and I don't think it's gonna happen. Glock, you gotta go. You gotta slide on in. He's going to go in with his teammate at the buzzer, but Lander's there, but unfortunately Dag with the double kill and the dagger will end the map. Oh my goodness. What a great map out of Autheryum. That just came out of nowhere, and I mean, you know, little did I know about the roster change beforehand, but I mean, this looks like a completely different Autheryum roster from the last one. And they just showed out, and they showed out in a big way as well, making a statement that they are not to be taken lightly. And they'll take map number 1, 85 point, 100 point club on TBK. That was not on my bingo card for tonight. That was an incredible performance from them. And we might be seeing a completely different series than what I was anticipating. I'm not going to lie. That was a crazy way to start it. Wow. What a match, guys. That's the kind of Call of Duty I wanted to see. I mean, maybe not that one-sided, but yeah, that was a fantastic turn of events. Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, wow. We'll take a look at the maps and modes for map number 2. It's going to be Raid SND coming up next, and we'll see if TBK can bounce back after that one, because I'm sure they probably weren't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest, either. Probably just punched in the mouth, just shocked after what just happened to them. We'll see if they can bounce back. SND, definitely a different type of game mode. And, you know, we're going to slow things down quite a bit. And, I mean, we'll see if the gunny starts warming up a little bit. It seemed like toward the end of that map, TBK started shooting back a little bit better, but we're just being, you know, outpaced by their opponents. They just came out hot, and sometimes that can happen where you just get absolutely ran for a little while, first half or so of the game, and then just, you know, by the time you start finally firing your gun back, it's just too late, and you can't really do anything. So we'll see if SND, you know, if they can come back in this one. I'm still in shock of this, what just happened. That's crazy. And I mean, hey, Raid's been out for over a decade, so if anybody should know these teams, well, should know this map, I guess it's these teams. Tons and tons and tons of VOD on this map over the years. I mean, obviously, Black Ops 7, it's a different game. Obviously, so we'll see if, you know, any of these old school strats come into play. But I mean, yeah, it's Raid, guys. It's the default map. You guys should know it. You love it. Damn. Map number 1. What a map. I'm still shocked about that, but is what it is. And so far, TBK gonna be on the offense. We'll see if they can bounce back here. It's going to be bomb toward mid, but a 2-hit toward A. Nade's not going to land, and Glorified toward the outside of the mat. Yeah, in a terrible spot. He's going to get taken down, but Lander, I mean, kind of finds himself the lone man toward mid. Not the best play from him there. As Autheryum will equalize. Glock going to make a good read here. We'll see if he gets the timing or not. Unfortunately, Dag only gives him a shoulder, so no freebie for Glock. Timing doesn't work in his favor. And now Elite has laundry control, but he's just waiting for his teammate to try and put the bomb down. We'll see if Drone can read the bomb plant here. Looks like they're just playing for the retake, which is smart. Making sure that they don't scam away their life. Yeah, Drone spots a foot, but that's about all he's going to receive there. It's really just going to be this timing with 7 probably for the round here. It's what can Dag do on the repinch. He's not going to see anybody as of yet. I don't know if he's expecting this player driveway, but there he goes. He checks it. He wins it. Dag unable to win the second one. But Glock is here. Glock is going to fall, but TBK Elite lasts alive, and I don't think it's possible for Drone to win this round, barring a scam from Elite. 10 seconds left, and yeah, Drone unable to defuse it. TBK Elite, despite falling there, able to win the round for them. And that's a better start from TBK. Kind of a shaky round from them, but they did convert in the end. Didn't love what I saw of the Lander toward mid, kind of by himself there, but they were able to pick up the pieces when it mattered. And they'll strike first here. And potentially shift the momentum from map number 1, where they kind of got blown out. And it wasn't just kind of, they did get blown out. Map number 1, just 85 points on the board. Map number 2, it's going to have to be something different. And they're already showing us a different look. So we'll flip on sides. It's going to be Autheryum on the offense and aggression toward ring early. Glorify getting here so fast. I don't know if they're ready for him. Yeah, he's already here. TBK Elite already taken down early. Glorify, not the best Semtex, but he is on the prowl. Sees one toward Laundry, and his teammate will pick up one toward Pillars. So it's just going to be Glock and Beams left in a 2v3. We'll see if they can clutch this round, as they're in a similar situation. Autheryum was in last round, but the numbers not favoring them, unfortunately. Glock could have got that kill, but just Beams not patient enough. That could have been the 2v2 there, but now it's just Glock by his lonesome, and they know exactly where he is. Retro gets absolutely gunned, though. Maybe not the best chow from him, as now he finds himself in a 1v1. Glock gets it. Glorify incredibly low here. Glorify, actually not even that low. I guess wallbangs. 77 HP, but Glock's going for the defuse. He might get this. Glorify, you gotta go, and you gotta go now. Glock's gonna get this. And he sticks the defuse. Glorify, the blunder in the 1v1. Glock with balls of steel. 2-0 up now. And that was a completely preventable situation from Autheryum. Glorify just didn't check the bomb in time. And I'm not gonna lie, that's probably the only play that wins him that round. That's exactly the play I'd be making in that situation, to be honest. There's not a whole lot of other options you have with 17 seconds left. So Glock gets it done. TBK with a couple of nerve-wracking rounds, but able to clutch up in their ones. Now we flip sides again, and this has been a barn burner so far. Glock tagged down low toward Art, and Glorify probably even lower. Yeah, Beams is going to get him. 1 for 1 so far. Beams is going to get 1. I can't see who this player is. Yeah, Dag able to get 1, able to get 2. Just runs through Zig there for absolutely free. I'm not sure who was supposed to be watching that. But Dag just does whatever he wants in this round. Gets a 3rd one. And Autheryum, off the back of Dag's 3, are on the board now. Yeah, that was a curious decision from TBK. I'm not sure who was in Art there. Or Red, or whatever you guys want to call it. But yeah, I'm not sure who was watching the pinch. Just seemed like nobody was holding it. Just timing. Working out for Dag, and he gets the freest 2-piece. And Autheryum bouncing back. Still early days in this SND, so plenty of time for both of these teams to string some rounds together. We'll see if the Dag's 4 spree can spark something here in this search and destroy. That's a good start from them. Dag with the bomb, and he's already going for the plant. This is risky, though, because they have Lander with the sniper, but he's going all the way out wide. Yeah, ballsy play. Lucky to get out with his life there, to be honest. And now the retake is on. What does TBK's retake look like? I think Elite spotted that player in Tiki. And unfortunately for Lander, the sniper's not going to work out. Gets preemed by Retro, gets gunned. And now just beams open stairs by his lonesome, and he will fall. 4 up, 4 dead. And the B push works wonders for Autheryum. They'll tie things up here at 2 apiece. And definitely a fast-paced team. I mean, Autheryum just pedal to the metal, it seems like, every single round so far. Running it down. No fear whatsoever. And I'm actually surprised that Lander peeked with the sniper outside of money like that. That was one of the riskiest peeks I think I've ever seen, with a sniper being that close to the bomb planter and that many angles where he can be seen from. Just unnecessary risk for my taking, or for my liking, I should say. And I believe, yeah, he put the sniper away. Probably a good idea, honestly. We'll see if he can get anything done with the AR. Having a rough start, him and Elite at both 1 and 4 right now. So looking at them, maybe turn things up. Can't be relying all on clutches here. As Dag gonna go do an impersonation of what Lander did last round, and he will pay the price. So bomb down toward B. And Glock all the way still at A. He could potentially play spoiler here for Autheryum. Shots are going to land on 1, and he gets out with his life. Going for the ego chow. Oh my god, gets a second one. But now just in a 1v1 with Drone. He has no idea where he is. He's in a precarious position, and he can't get it done. Glock, really the hero for TBK that round, just ran out of teammates, ran out of favors. And now Drone up to 4, 9-1 in this SND. Fantastic start for him. And they'll string 3 in a row together here. We'll see what TBK has in their bag. They won the first couple of rounds, and they were very close, but ever since then, it's been Drone and the Autheryum boys just pedal to the metal. It's going to have to be a defense now from TBK. We'll see if they can stop the train, Blue Arrows, but it's going to be a 2-4 split. As Glock's going to be top laundry, spotted as well. Wallbang's good. Not enough for a kill, but Elite is going to get 1. And now Elite's playing his life. I mean, he's getting ran at. Little does he know, there's 2 players toward mid. And he's going to be playing for the info. When does he elect to activate, or is he going to get shot in his back right now? One off screen on the ring area. Now the last one alive toward pillars. That's going to be Dag, but in a 1v4. No chance in hell he'll live through that. And TBK will strike back. And still 3 apiece. Very close game so far. This might go down to round 11, guys. This is looking like it has all the makings of it. I appreciate all the follows and stuff in chat, by the way, guys. Been trying to focus on the game, but I see you. I appreciate you guys. Oh, man. My voice is, it might be gone by the time the series is over. This is already my 2nd series today, so we'll see if I can last a couple more maps. Been a while since I've done a doubleheader on my channel. We'll see if I can last. But already Drone off the rip. First blood with the sniper. He's not going to see anything else, so that's going to be a nice first blood for them to find. But TBK Elite finds one on the overextension. That's going to be Dag, and this time he is watched. And that's the angle you got to watch it in red there. And now Retro and Drone find themselves in a 2v3, and Retro's position's known. And I don't know if Drone can get an angle on this bomb planter. It's going to be a tough one. He spots him, though. He might be able to get the one shot here if he lines it up. No, too high on that one. Hit marker on the second. Oh, unfortunate for him. Could have had that one. But now in the 1v3, basically an impossible clutching situation there. And TBK with 2 in a row. They'll take the edge here. And still a very back and forth map on raid. We'll see if TBK can string some more I can't even talk. More momentum. That's like the 3rd time I've done that, guys. I feel like I'm on too much caffeine right now. I'm tweaking. I'm tweaking. And then I'm pretty sure Drone put away the sniper. I believe that was his second death with the sniper, so I don't think he has it out anymore. Yeah, put the sniper away as well, and it looks like B is going to be on the cards this time. And a nice nade from Elite, but he's going to get spotted in the water. Can he live for now? He's tagged down incredibly low. The bomb is going down from Dag. All the meanwhile, he plants the bomb, and he might just get a timing. It's just whether or not he can find Elite in the pool. Elite's still there. Elite's going to get one, and he's immediately traded out. Now Dag, in a 2v2, needs to try and play his life. The Semtech's not going to land. And now up to Drone mid-map. He gets one. The defuse is coming on in. Glock has it pretty low here. Is he going to stick it? It looks like he will, and that was the mistake this time. Not making the same mistake, our Autheryum, letting Glock defuse it. And Autheryum are going to take another one, tie things up here. And this has just been a battle of momentum. Pendulum swings back and forth. This has been an incredibly interesting SND I'm casting, guys. This has been so back and forth the entire time. Oh, Drone does have the sniper out one last time. Oh, maybe not. I got debated. He's gonna put that away for now. I think he is done with the sniper. I'm pretty sure he is, but I thought so, but I could be wrong. But we'll see. Elite toward ring, but he has two players in front of him. Is he going to spot either? It looks like nothing for now. He's going to be going toward Laundry, and he gets the first blood through the smoke. And Lander chimes on in before he falls, and just like that, it's Drone yet again. Finds himself last alive mid-map. And it seems like Drone, just the hero for Autheryum. They've been putting him in incredibly difficult situations every round to try and clutch on up. We'll see if he can get one here. Looks like he has been spotted toward pillars, so this is going to be going from hard to basically impossible now that his position has known. And Glock planning it safe as well. So yeah, no shenanigans from mid this time around. And yeah, I mean, what can you do if you're Drone here? You gotta basically peel 3 different people without getting traded. And it's pretty much impossible with the angle that xTbk was playing there in ring. And they find themselves up to map point, excuse me, on raid here. And yeah, this angle is, I mean, an angle as old as time. As old as raid itself here. That is a insanely hard angle to beam somebody off of. No pun intended, but it's a good angle for a reason. It can get things done. You can watch bottom red so easily there. And now, Autheryum. Backs against the wall. Have to win 2 in a row to take map number 2. Otherwise, we will find ourselves tied. 1 apiece here. And B is going to be on the cards. Lander gets first blood. And Drone basically gave him that one. But Lander might be giving one back. He's playing a little aggressive for my liking. He might be able to kill one on the bomb, but not quite. Numbers advantage still in xTbk's favor. Bomb is down, though, but Glock's going to get a freebie there. Make it 2. And now just Retro in the 1v4. And he will fall. xTbk strike back and take map number 2. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a series on our hands. My goodness. One of the better search and destroys I've casted this year so far. That was just interesting, honestly. Just straight up. We saw a lot of aggression. And kind of a decent amount of throws as well. Maybe not that many, but a few of them. Nonetheless. And despite Retro's best, or not Retro, despite Drone's best efforts, 13 and 5. He actually didn't even have the most damage. Retro with 1,400 damage, only 4 kills. That is tough. That is tough. That means you're doing a lot of damage, just not killing them. Just not getting the trades. Or maybe Drone's getting your trades, I guess. Is what it is. We're tied up at a 1. And a series that, you know, I thought maybe the reverse would happen. This time it's xTbk coming out with the search. And Autheryum winning the hard point. Yeah, topsy-turvy in this world. We will be heading to Scar Overload up next. And, you know, if the first respawn's any indicator of how it went, I'm expecting, you know, or I'm expecting more of a favoring toward Autheryum. But the thing is xTbk looked a lot better in that search and destroy. It looked like they were finally, you know, back to form, back to the xTbk that I've seen before. So we'll see what happens in map number 3. Overload's definitely an interesting game type where it's not always all about the slaying. It's really about the teamwork and how effectively can you make your slays work for you so you're able to score. And we've seen teams get outslayed and still win just from playing together as a unit and just, you know, being able to effectively utilize their positioning and, you know, be able to take routes and just play head games with the opponents. So it's really just going to come down to probably just the teamwork aspect, because the slaying seems more or less, maybe not even, but more around the 50-yard mark, if you know what I mean. So we'll see as we head into map number 3. Oh man, let me take a drink because I need one. Oh man. Oh boy. All right. So map number 3 coming up next. And honestly, so that confirms TBK 1 map number 2 that we are going to be seeing that Colossus hardpoint as well. So, you know, map number 1, Autheryum on Scar looked really good. I'm expecting them to look very good as well in the Colossus hardpoint coming up in map number 4 as well. So for TBK, I think this might be a must, maybe not a must win, but I think if they're going to send it to 5, they probably need to win this map, if I had to guess, just going off what I saw from map 1. But it is just a matter of fact of, are their guns finally warmed up now? Did that search and destroy switch the momentum enough in their favor to where they're going to look a little bit more competitive this time around in the respawn game types? That's really what it's going to come down to here. And we'll see if they're up for it as we are loaded on in. Map number 3 on Scar. Let me see if the teams are right. And it looks like, well, I'll find out in a sec. I love how I have to wait till 5 seconds to figure out if the teams are right or not. And it looks like they are. So, nice job, teams. Appreciate you guys. As we're off to the races. It's going to be Elite going for an overextension toward plane, but yeah, instantly red. And that's already 2 dead. Make it all 3 as Lander finds himself the lone member, able to get a double. So that slows down the push so far, maybe a little bit of an overchow there with the pistol, but at least able to trade out effectively for the most part there. But Dag in their spawn. Whoa, that was weird. Not sure what the hell that was. I'm not sure if he was lagging or what. But they will pick up the drone. Actually, no, he's going to go buy the drone. Dag's not even going to pick it up. He's going to let his teammate pick it up. It's now just left a Glock in their spawn, and this might be a dunk coming on through. It looks like it's Glorify. And he has A wide open, or B wide open, excuse me. And he'll wrap back, and he'll get it done. First on the board for Autheryum here. As Beam's pushing up mid-map, getting toward top green, and a decent spot for this reset as well. I don't know if they know he's here or not. TBK Elite's gonna pick up the drone. Wow, nice headshot from him. And they might have B wide open here. It's really just gonna be up to Dag for now. Can he stop the aggression from the red arrows right now? He's able to get 1, and he stays alive. Should be able to pick up the 2nd, but he has more arrows in front of him, and now just left to Glock. And Glock will fall. So nice goal line defense there from Autheryum. Keeping it at 1 for now. But the red arrows, I must say, look a lot better this time around in the respawn. Seems like they're finally warmed up in this one. We might have a very close series on our hands. Lander able to get 1. But just like that, Retro from the side door gets 2. And as soon as I go to a player, it seems like they're always dying. So I'm going to go to somebody else. Glock watching the overextension, but the nade throw is not going to net him anything. Elite gets 1 in trade, but that'll be it. And now Beams last alive, but the drone is still a decent ways away in enemy territory. Glock going to be going Ego Chow in the 2nd, and Elite's there for the cleanup. So 2 for 1 for now, and the drone's going to reset back toward the plane. And I mean, still anybody's guess who's going to get it, but Lander with a double toward mid-map might soften up the defenses for Autheryum here. Shots are in, but not able to get that one. But the rest of his teammates are on the other side of the map. They got to be careful. It's really going to be up to Elite on the other side, and yeah, he's going to fall. So now Autheryum, still with this plane control. Nobody really able to get to the opposing side of the base as of yet. I mean, TBK have tried, but just seems like they have, you know, if they get the kills on the other side, they haven't been able to win the ones toward the drone either. It's kind of the catch-22 you find yourself in a game mode like this. Do you play for the reset, or do you play for overextensions and just bank on your player winning the gunfight on the reset? And so far, it's Autheryum playing for the drone, TBK playing for the OE. And It's been a pretty much a stalemate this entire half so far, but maybe another one possibly going through. Elite in trouble here. Has a couple in front of him. Shots going in. Lander's going to soften up the push for now. Unfortunately, a team kill over the top from his Glock there. And Glorify with another one, so maybe some nade central happening. And all that to say, Glorify still hasn't been able to find an opening to try and get this drone through, as all the TBK arrows just spawning on top of each other. Glock with 3, unfortunately. One is your teammate, so maybe not the best. But it might not matter here. Lander finds himself toward mid-map, and they could potentially rotate this toward B, but unfortunately, blue arrows just all over that. And Lander picks up the drone. Autheryum, I gotta be careful here. Lander can rotate this. Are they gonna re-dag on the pinch here? It's not gonna matter, I don't think, though, because, yeah, Lander tried to thread the needle. Not quite able to. And a very close attempt there, but Elite might be able to get the drone. No, he's gonna sneak through. No, not quite. Shut down at the goal line. Glorify saves that one for now. And Retro's gonna fall. But, I mean, this has just been a 1-for-1 all over this B zone for now. TBK just cannot seem to get it across the line. Try as they might. 40 seconds left now for TBK to get something going. And they got it really close to their goal line, but finally Dag able to rotate it on out and get a little bit of breathing room here. And nice win from him. Combines on in with his teammate with the pistol, and they got to be careful here. It's just number 3 Lander on the portal, and that'll be another one going on in. Glorify sinks that one, and what could have been a TBK score turns into a second for Autheryum off of the spawn. And that is not what you wanted to see if you were TBK there. On the good side as well. And we're going to flip on halves. I don't think anybody can touch the drone. Hold up. Elite's got the drone, and he's gone. I think he's got this score in OT. He picks it up with 0.5 left. And just when I thought maybe it was over, he gets it across the goal line, and that was a much-needed cap with how low-scoring this half has been. And now TBK, at the finish, find themselves within striking distance. Only 1 score differential separates these two teams. And now it's really whether or not TBK can clutch on up. They find themselves down 1. At the very least, would like to send this to OT. But I'm sure they want to do one better than that. See if they're up for it. Definitely more of an even slaying department this time around in this game type than map number 1, 100%. This is kind of what I was hoping for this series, a little bit more even. So far, 1 for 1. Make it 3 for 1 as all of TBK off of spawn dead, except Beams. But Beams finds himself incredibly low, and that's going to be already Glorified, sinking the initial dunk. And TBK just left scratching their head, wondering what happened. And Retro gets another triple 4 spree for him, and he's pushed up in their base. This could potentially be a relay, but unfortunately for him, the drone spawns on the plane side of the map, so they're going to have to slow down and play for kills yet again. A little unlucky with that drone reset. And now Dag pushing up behind enemy lines. Should get 1, make it 2. Double for him, pushing up through toward A. And really now, just Glock trying to pick up the pieces. He's able to slow them down for now, but only able to get 1. And TBK Elite on the other side of the map. It's just up to Lander to really stop this for now. But Drone finds himself kind of isolated at the moment, so that he should fall. And TBK do clean up. So what got kind of scary there for TBK for a moment. They're able to equalize things here in the end, and now Glock picks up the drone. I think I just mixed their names together, the drone and Glock. Drock. He picks up the drone. He'll head toward BSND. Pistol shots through the wall, not quite good enough. And he'll get shut down from the overextension. Elite's here, but Dag just wins an important one. Somehow with the pistol there. And now Retro off spawn. Might be able to do something. But still players from TBK at the goal line. Able to shut it down for now. But they still find themselves down 2 scores thanks to that opening push from Autheryum. The fastest cap in the West, I guess. I'm not sure what exactly happened there, but just won the break and just sprinted it on through. And that is all 4 dead. TBK off of spawn, and look at where number 6 is. That's Retro all the way in your spawn already. He is dealt with swiftly, so TBK have a lifeline to defend this. But just like that, I mean, it's just Glock. He's going to have the world to do here, able to get one. And Autheryum want to slow play this as best they can, but they got to be careful here. Not to play it too slow, squander their opportunity. But the more this clock ticks, the more it favors Autheryum as we go deeper into this match. Only 2.5 minutes left. And it's still a 2-score game. So TBK, they got to get something going soon, and that's going to be 3 dead. But the drone, unfortunately, is going to reset, so TBK probably thanking the Lord that the drone spawned out there. That probably would have been a 4th on the board for Autheryum. Glorify trying to get fancy with it on the top ropes, but he will fall. And now TBK swarming the drone. And look at where drone is. He's all the way across the map, still in the enemy base, and he's just trusting his teammates to pick up the pieces. And they will indeed do that. Lander slows them down for now, only able to get one, though. And Retro still with his teammates, but that's going to allow them to spawn on the point, but it might not matter. Retro with a double transfer over there. And every single time, it seems like they get something. They just cannot get it again in a third one. No, not quite. It didn't go. I thought that went in for sure. That looked like it was about to go in, but TBK, they will hold on for what seems like an eternity this half. They have been on the back foot. And finally, Lander picks up the drone past halfway line. It's going to be up to Glock to try and get something going, but unfortunately, shut down in the base. Beam's able to get 2, make it 3. So hold on, this isn't over yet. Lander going for the portal, and he'll collect. Finally, TBK gets an answer back. Glock, oh, jumps, not quite able to get the second. They still have plenty of time, a minute to play with, and they only need 1 to send us to OT here. The drone is going to be spawning on this motel side. We'll see if TBK can hold on. And they're going to pick up the drone. This might be a good spot for them to be in. Elite's in your spawn. He's clearing house for now. Gets 1. Tag down low. He'll get instantly traded on through, but another one goes through for TBK, and we're all tied up. 4 dead, though, for TBK, so this could be a potential counter cap if they're not careful. They still have to maintain map positioning. And they're getting picked apart right now. Lander gets 1. The nade's going to be good. Glock gets taken down. It's all left to Beams. He's mid-map right now, just watching the wrap. And Autheryum, no, they have 1 shot at this. They got to make it a good one. They haven't even picked up the drone yet. And Dag with 15 seconds decides to just go for it. That might have been the wrong decision. Drone gets 1, switches to his secondary. Not enough ammo. We will have 30 more seconds of this round. So TBK, potentially a chance to come back and get the 4th one. It's 3 fall for Autheryum. Actually, it's two more minutes. I forgot. OT is 2 minutes. My bad, guys. It's the halftime with the 30 seconds. So we have a lot more to play here. It's the first time I've seen an overtime in Overload, so forgive me, but they have 3 players here, and it's going to be TBK Elite running it, and he's going to get it. And TBK at the buzzer in OT, clutch on up 3 straight when I thought they had no chance in that one. Come back, and they take the victory in Overload. This has been an incredible series so far, you know, barring the map number 1. I mean, these last 2 maps have been barn burners, and TBK, just when you count them out, they claw their way back in this one. And they find themselves up now, 2-1 in this series after an incredibly close Overload there. That is, wow, one of the best Overloads I've casted, to be honest, period. Just period. Like, that was a great map. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, and if you're Autheryum, they were in control of that entire match. It seemed like 90% of the time until the very end. The last couple of minutes, last really just minute and a half or so. Oh, do they have UAV on overtime? Oh, no. They might have to replay this, guys. We'll see. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure UAV is not supposed to be on. I'll check back in with you guys for now. But for now, I'm gonna assume this is gonna stand. But we'll see what the rules say, because I believe overtime's not supposed to. Yeah, not supposed to have UAV. Not supposed to have. I thought it was only 30 seconds. Maybe it is 2 minutes. I'm not sure how long overtime is because I haven't played. I haven't played really this year, so I'm not sure. We'll get things sorted out here in a minute. But as of right now, this is how the series is laid out in front of us while we wait for confirmation on that. Yeah, TBK. find themselves potentially up 2 in this series. Oh, man. And if I'm not mistaken, if this doesn't stand, if we do have to replay, I'm assuming it's a full map replay since it was tied going into OT, and then the rule was wrong, if I'm not mistaken, right? I don't know. Somebody can clarify that in chat. I'm not exactly sure how the rules work, but is what it is. Sometimes you get the rules wrong. Let me check the chat and just see what the players are saying, because I'm not entirely sure myself. This is the first time I've ran into this happening. So it is what it is. And also, I need a drink. Holy shit. Oh, I hear it starting. Oh, okay, I guess we're moving on. I guess it's going to be they're starting Colossus, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not. I guess that's going to stand then. Okay. I'm assuming TBK's up 2-1, and we're just going to, I guess, minor infraction. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm just going to assume that's right, because I didn't see anything in the chat. So that's, as far as my knowledge, TBK still is up 2-1. We're going to be loading on in. We're already actually loaded in to Colossus Hardpoint, and we're counting down. So I'll get things ready to go. Oh, maybe not. I lied. They ended it on me. On Fort. Yeah, I'm not sure. What the official ruling will be on that, but I'm assuming. I don't know. Actually, this is an interesting case because I could see it being both ways. I could see it being a TBK win, and I could also see it being a replay because it was tied going into OT. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one that is. I'm not the admin. Let me see what they're saying. Oh, looks like okay. We're getting admins involved and stuff. Okay, so it probably is going to be a little bit. I'm assuming before we get clarification on a ruling for that. Those are probably the two likely outcomes, though, just from what I've seen so far. It's either going to be. I'm thinking it's probably going to be a replay if I had to guess, just because the rules were wrong, and that's a pretty important rule to get wrong as well with the UAV. You can't really have that on. So I'm assuming it's probably like, from my understanding or from my what I think, is probably going to be like 80%. That's probably going to be a full map replay, or B, TBK gets the win, they get like a minor infraction or something, and then we go to map 4. Those are probably like the likely outcomes of what's going to happen. I'll keep you guys updated the more I know, because I'm just here to just yap about shit. So I'm here to keep it light. I know this could be a super stressful thing for the players, so. Let me see what they're saying. Oh, man. Well, how you guys doing? I'm just chilling. I might send it to a break, actually. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get this sorted. I don't want to send it to like a super extended break, but it might take a little bit to get this issue solved, because I think they're going to need clips, and they're going to need, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. So it might be a little while before we get an official result on this. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted, but I'm going to send it to a break, I think, here in a second. Let me see. Does my music even work? Let me see. Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys in chat coming out as well. This is probably the most viewers I've had for a cast in quite a while, and probably, yeah, most since BO6 probably. So yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out. You know, I know it's tough situation when people mess up or get rules wrong or whatever. And already there was chirping before the match started, so I knew it was going to be a spicy one. But it sucks when stuff like this happens. You got to get delays and admins involved, and ideally we would want it pretty streamlined and there's no problems. But that's just kind of not how COD is. There's problems, they happen. We try and address them as quickly and as efficiently as we can, and get the right ruling at the end of the day, and keep it stepping. So hopefully we can get things solved here sooner rather than later. But yeah, I think I am going to send it to a little bit of a break here. I'll be back in a few minutes, hopefully here. Hopefully not more than a few minutes. I mean, I might just kick it back to me in like 5 minutes if they still haven't figured it out and just yap some more. But I don't like typically sending it to breaks at all. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in a little bit here. Oops. I think we finally got confirmation. Sorry, there's delays on this, guys. It's an interesting situation. So I believe we finally have confirmation. I think somebody said it in chat already, but TBK Elite, I believe, are up 2-1. And then going into map 4, since the rules were wrong, Autheryum, I think, have a 30-point head start in hardpoint. So it's going to be TBK need 250, and then Autheryum need 220 to end the map on map number 4 now, heading into Colossus. So I think that's probably a decent solution, considering, you know, I didn't watch the clip, but it didn't seem like it affected the outcome too much in that one. But yeah, obviously the rules were wrong. So it is what it is. Going into map 4, it is going to stand, I believe, right now, 2-1 for TBK. As far as I am aware, as far as my knowledge in the chat right now, that's been going so fast, like it's hard to even keep up. But we should have a verdict now, and hopefully we'll get the map underway here in a second and get things started. There's already been a lot of delays, so would like to be able to end it here soon. Oh, excuse me. Oh man, okay. Yeah, interesting series for sure. Yeah, I think that's yeah, we're just waiting on one more. There we go. We got all 8 in the lobby. We're just waiting for them. Let me actually let me just get clarification. Fuck. There we go. I'm just getting clarification real quick. I'm pretty sure that's right, but yeah, I'm just checking, making sure. I don't think anybody's gonna answer me in time, but I'm just gonna go off that for now. And hopefully it's right, and we'll get things sorted. As we already are in the game, so TBK still up 2-1 after that one. Incredible, honestly, comeback. You know, all the bullshit aside, that was a good comeback at the end. So we'll see if they can continue that momentum. It is kind of tough now because we had a long break here. We'll see how they're feeling after that one. It's already 3 dead for TBK though. So Drone and Co. doing a great job. And they did a great job in that map number 1 hardpoint. Lander team killed it. Beams there. I'm not sure. Maybe ran in front of his Semtex. Not exactly sure what happened there. Let me make sure my mic's on. Yeah, okay, my mic's on. I'm tripping. Gotta make sure. Gotta check everything. So it's been a minute since we've been in game, so gotta make sure all my settings are right. And Autheryum looking good on P1 so far. Looks like Lander will break on in. Nade over the top will slow them down for now, but they don't have spawns or P2 yet for TBK. They need to push on through, and that's exactly what they're gonna try and do. Glorify able to get some circles, being shot by Beams there. And a good setup for them as well. Beams gonna be chowing, getting hits on both, and he knows where the player is as well. Lander, yeah, maybe not the best position for him to run away there. Lander, yeah, gets a free 2-piece for his efforts. Pistol on out, and Pistol not quite good enough. Almost able to get 3, but for now, it'll be Autheryum in control until Glock and Co. chime on in for a couple kills, and now just Lander from the front to pick up the pieces, and another double from him, the 2-piece machine, landing all of them shots. And just like that, TBK break on in from the front. The spawns still haven't flipped yet, but they should here in this moment before TBK can really do a whole lot about it. Drone's still in the back, though, so potentially playing spoiler, and it looks like he will indeed. And just like that, though, a life short-lived, so TBK right back in the swing of things, right back in this match. Ooh, nice movement out of Glorify there, able to win that one. So TBK take the edge going into this P3, and Colossus definitely a map where a bang out of all bang outs, really looking at your SMGs to step it on up. Dag having kind of a tough start to this map so far. Looking at him, he was the guy, map 1, doing a lot of the movement on the map, so we'll see if he can turn his map around right now. And just a reminder, Autheryum, you know, despite the lead, they're about tied right now. They only need 220 points to win this map, whereas TBK, they need the full 250 here. So despite, you know, TBK being up right now, it's just about tied going into this next rotation. See if TBK can break on through. So far, it's Lander and Co. getting 1. Pistol is on out. The trade is in, but Lander incredibly weak. And now just up to Elite. Last alive in the hill, but he has teammates watching over him. And this hill can be a contest fest for a reason. You can just watch from each side of that boat. And now Dag toward bottom middle. Might get red, though. Elite in a great spot. But Dag gets a two-piece before he falls. And despite, TBK not exactly winning the best of the slaying battle in this hill, they've got a lot of time on this hill. I mean, they don't have the spawns for new, but, I mean, you can do exactly what you did on P2 and just break through the front if you're so keen. We'll see if they are keen, indeed, but it's already 2 dead. Fortunately, every red arrow I goes to gets taken down. And Glorify, not seeing anything mid, but he's not going to read the pressure from the sides. Yeah, Beams just gets a freebie. Not reading the pressure. Lander in the back. I don't know if they know he's here, but they will now that he's shot. And Retro gets a double. And an important one for him to find is that was for the spawns. And it seems like every time TBK try and push through this hill, they are just getting dealt with. And this is a money hill on this map for a reason. And as I say that, though, TBK breaking on through the front. So good job from them, doing exactly what they did on that P2 hill. And Drone is still here waiting for his teammates. Gets his trade. Double for him. Time will go white for now, but TBK are going to flip the spawns and get the final 20 or so. Or maybe, so I thought. Still Autheryum fighting for this tooth and nail. They do not want to give them this scrap time on old, but at this point, TBK, I think they've earned it. Have so many members back there, and the spawn's still in the back for them. And Autheryum doing what they can on rotation. Drone backing on up, gets a double. Playing his life smartly. He knows there's a player in hill, but he can't spot him, but it doesn't matter because the nade from Glorify is better. But it may be a better nade from Peems, the popcorn kill. TBK breaking on in, no trophy for Autheryum. And just as I say that, another Kobe coming on in. Everybody just getting naded on P1. Just the nade hill. If you don't know, now you do. Lander with a 3, though. Off screen. My bad, Lander. I missed that one, but pushing on through. Getting 1 off spawn. Getting 2 off spawn. 5 spree for Lander. And this is the Lander I've been looking for this whole series. Finally getting it going in the respawn game types. I mean, he had a decent map in the overload, but looking better in map number 4 now. Watching the overextension. We'll see what happens on P2. Beams is here, though. Gets 1 on a new. Gets the player low as well. And now it's up to TBK to hold from the front as they've doubled up their opponent's score now, looking composed in this series. Looking like map number 1 was a fluke. We'll see if they can continue this aggression. Yeah, Glock just shoots him, and his teammate in the back says, "Hi, how you doing?" "I'm Glock. What's your name?" And then shoots him repeatedly in the back. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. he almost team kills in there, but he does end up staying alive for now. TBK Elite picks up the slaying effort. Staying alive in hill. Should be able to get that trade, but no, Glorify is there. Glorify almost for 3, but not quite enough. And now Dag to pick up the 2 on the overextension. And TBK should still spawn in the back here. No, they actually spawn across the map. That is an incredibly brutal spawn on P2 with 20 seconds left. Unfortunately for them. So the final 20 or so should go their way, but not reading the split spawn. Glorify and co were not. But Glorify is there to soak the last a little bit of time, and now we'll see what TBK has on the rotation. They're going to meet here about the same amount of time, but number is really not in favor of TBK, as yeah, it's Autheryum here first. They have a pretty good setup as well, watching the pinch, but just like that, the setup can be broken. One player dies in hill, and suddenly the chain of dominoes collapses, and everybody falling for Autheryum here as Lander and co break on in. 2-piece for Lander as he's watching over the top diligently right now. Couple tags on both players, but nice shots from Retro. Able to get the opening blood, and that might just be exactly what Autheryum need to break on through. Not sure if I love this route from Dag. He's kind of out of the play, but he might make it worthwhile as nobody should be reading him toward mid here. And he should get a freebie and maybe make it 2. No, not quite. The drone is there for the cleanup, but it's just been a conveyor belt of 1-for-1s on this P3 hill. And Autheryum still finding themselves down about 60 points or so. This cushion of 30 might not be enough at the end. They need to get something going. They need to try and soak a lot of this P4 time. They have the spawns for it, so we'll see if they can convert here. Lander and co hitting a route. Last time they didn't really watch it for the side of Autheryum. Now it looks like they are aware, as Retro is here. Whether or not he reads Lander, though, is a different story. It's really going to be up to him to make a play in the back, and he gets 1. Probably just needs to stay alive, but unfortunately for him, instantly taken down. But that is a clean pinch on the hill, and that'll spawn TBK members close by. And what was a promising setup for Autheryum quickly collapses under its own weight. And now Retro going for a pinch of his own, but TBK Elite in a great spot. I don't know if they're going to read him in this corner or not. And yeah, TBK, Mr. Elite Man, just playing the Creddy to perfection there. That's one spot you got to look out for, ladies and gents. If you are playing this map in Hardpoint, that is one of the Creddy spots to hold the rotation for, hold the pinch for on this P4 hill. So watch out for that one in your ranked games, in your league matches, in whatever you're playing. It'd be very annoying to deal with. I've seen it already several times in league matches. As back and forth we go. It's going to be Autheryum on the point. But TBK swiftly break on in, but no trophies as of yet, so I'm expecting more of a nade fest for P1. They got to be careful. Nobody getting naded, but Drone with the wallbang. Nice shots from him. But TBK have remained in firm control of this hill as of right now, but just as I say that, it's Dag with the double. Make it a triple for Dag, finally heating up in this map. The nade might take care of business, but not before Dag gets all of the kills in transition. And now Elite shot, and they know where he is. He's kind of in a terrible position, has a choice to make, whether or not he pushes forward or wraps back. He's going to push forward, and it might not be the best decision, but he is across enemy lines, but they're still spawning all around him. And Retro, oh no, Retro gets turned on, and TBK Elite letting him know. Unfortunately, doesn't really amount to a whole lot as Autheryum still spawning on this P2 area. So some flashy plays, kind of all for naught there. And Autheryum stabilized, so 4 dead. And Autheryum have control of this P2, but they need to try and soak this whole time. They have struggled holding on to these hard points. It's been very back and forth so far, but this is where they can really take the lead here. If you're Autheryum, they have a great setup. Glorify in the corner, just waiting patiently for somebody to show, and he will shoulder. He will get it done. So now it's going to be up to TBK. What can you do on this break? And I mean, it's just been Glorify in both the hard points so far, doing the heavy lifting for Autheryum in the slaying department, getting it done. And they will take the lead in this map number 1. And they only need 10 more points. They only need the 220 threshold, like I was talking about, so they can win it here. TBK, they have to break on in. They might be a little all for naught right now. 5 seconds before this map is over. White time for now. It's going to be up to Retro to save the day. He might be able to win it here. And yeah, 6 seconds left. TBK, they can't afford to rotate. I don't know what they're doing. They know they lose right here, don't they? I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong about it. They might just play it out anyway, but I swear that's what I was told. Yeah, one of them's going to leave, and so that should do it for the map. 222, well, 220, I guess, to 207. A very close affair in that map number 4. And it's Autheryum, who at the very end of it take the lead. Honestly, could have potentially won that legit, too, if they didn't end it. You know, we'll never know, but we are going to be headed to a map 5. Ladies and gentlemen, a very long match so far, but it has delivered. And we'll see if it's going to be Autheryum clutching on up in search, or if it's TBK. The resilient SND team we saw in Raid take it the distance. And I mean, we don't get a stat for one of the players, but I know Glorify had a great map before he left. And we'll see if he can have another great one. I mean, they're going to need him here for sure on map number 5. We saw in Raid, you know, how back and forth it was until the very end. I mean, just a kind of a rough series from everybody except for Drone on Autheryum. Take a look at the maps and modes heading into this map 5, and it's going to be on Den, so definitely not the most, I guess, map you can experiment the most on. Kind of a straightforward map, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Pretty straight up. There's not a whole lot of strategies you can do on this map. Pretty wide open toward B and mid-map, but, you know, it gets mixy toward A, I guess you could say, and on the pinch as well. But toward that B and mid area, it's pretty much locked down, so. Oh, my God. I need some water, guys. Holy. Ugh. I don't know how I used to do this. I used to do like 2-3 games a night in BO6. I don't know how. I mean, I'm out of practice. It's a little easier when I have a co-caster, but I used to do this solo like 2 or 3 games a night, bro. I don't know what I was on. Ugh, I gotta get back in the swing of things, I guess. To be fair, this has been a really long series, so maybe that's why, but at least I had that little break there. Catch some breath, chill for a little bit. Are they gonna? Okay, they're chirping and chat again. I thought that was the green on though, the official ruling for that. Oh, man. I appreciate all the follows, guys. I appreciate everybody coming out in chat. I know it's been a very long series. It's been a long night for me. I'm not going to lie. I didn't expect this match to go on as long as it has, but this is why I usually allot at least an hour and a half for matches, because we're already at the hour and a half threshold and we still haven't even started map number 5. I appreciate all you guys coming out, showing love to your teams and, you know, rooting them on, you know, despite, you know, some chirping going on in chat and, you know, amongst the players and stuff. I mean, it's competitive. It's Call of Duty, right? You know, it's going to happen. So send your teams your energy. And I guess while we're in this downtime, while they're arguing about stuff, I'll put up another poll. Oops. Well, I was going to put up another poll, but then I forgot the stupid slash. There we go. And then I'll put the poll up for TBK or Autheryum. Who you guys think is going to win map number 5? Get your votes in now before this map starts. Appreciate all you guys, for real. This is, you know, I love doing this. It's so fun to do, and you know, getting paid is just, you know, cherry on top, right? Like this is just, it's a fun time, you know. Maybe one day you'll see me on the on the CDO. Who knows? But that would be, you know, that's probably far in the future. But you know, just for now, I'm enjoying doing this, having a good time, watching some high level Call of Duty. I appreciate everybody. I mean, I guess I could shout you guys out individually. Let me go back a little ways. It's been a minute since I started the stream. Crimson Frog, Henry, Demon Shot, Sleepy Neil, Official Echo, Grim Reaper, Cammy Cakes, I think that's TTV Rixie, something like that. Gingy TTV, Ace Too Crazy, Dizzy Caplot, and Osama Bin Laden 911. Appreciate you guys for all the follows. This has been a fun series for sure. I probably one of the best series I've had, just like the chat interaction, and it's been crazy. I mean, you guys really are showing out tonight. Can't thank you guys enough. And hopefully we'll have a clear, concise winner with everybody being happy in the end, where no beef happens and nothing crazy happens, you know, in some fantasy world. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure we'll crown a winner here soon, but I mean, it's TBK with the edge in the SND so far. On that raid, they looked good. We'll see if they can continue that SND prowess as we are loaded on in. It's going to be Den to end it on. Excuse me, tonight. Oh my god. That's why I don't usually eat before I cast, because I just get the indigestion. Oh my god. That's worse than like coughing. And it looks like I think here we go. Glorify switch teams. It looks like we are going to be on the same sides. TBK on the offense on Den. The last map of the night, and he already strikes. Drone taken down swiftly, and Lander with a snipe mid-map already. 4v2 situation. TBK planting early, and TBK Elite looking to end it here. Wants blood. He's sniffing it in the water. Glorify going for the reach out. Nade will stop him for now. And yeah, Glorify and Retro, the world to do. Stun's gonna land. Smoke's coming on out. And we'll see what Glorify can do in the smoke. They thinking the same thing, though. The knife battle. This time it's won by Elite. And now Retro in a 1v4. Able to get the first. Maybe even a second. 20 seconds left, but no trade. No, not no trade. No way he's going to win that trade fight. I don't even know what I was trying to say there. I'm not going to lie. Brain fart. Either way, Retro tried, but just 1v4 wasn't going to happen for him. And TBK continuing that S&D prowess that they showed us in map number 2 here on the Den. Looking poised to take it. We'll see if Autheryum can show us something. Oh my goodness. So this time, it's going to be offense for Autheryum. Dag the bomb carrier, and it's only Beams here to defend this site. He should see multiple players in front of him. He's going to have the world to do, but just like that, Glock just runs up mid-map and gets a freebie. Drone playing the overextension. Gets played himself. And now Glorify gets out of dodge. That nade probably won't land. And bomb down mid-map. And Dag gets one, but instantly Lander there for the trade. We'll see what Beams can get done here. As Glorify should have something in front of him, but he needs to live. And now he finds himself the lone member. And Beams just toying with his food for right now. Glorify with the knife. And don't bring a knife to a gunfight, folks. That'll happen. TBK. Up to 2 now. And they're looking like they want it. Bodies being shot. I mean, at this point, for good reason. Oh, I didn't upgrade my my map count, by the way. I didn't know why I didn't do that. There we go. Map count's 2-2. You guys should know that by now. We're if you guys have been here all night. It's 2-2. We're on map 5. TBK versus Autheryum. And a very topsy-turvy type of series so far. Not one I expected, for sure. One of the better series I've casted in BO7 so far. Barring, I guess you could say, the first map was kind of a blowout, but ever since then, it's been close. And seems like every single map. And back on the offense we go. I think I saw Lander maybe with the snipe. Yeah, he still has it back out. Hasn't died yet. 3-0 with the sniper. And it looks like Elite's getting aggressive toward mid-map. And on the other side of the map, his dad getting aggressive toward B. He gets first blood. And a much-needed answer to this TBK aggression. Lander pushing on up with the sniper. Yeah, that's probably not the best decision. Misses the shot. And that's already one sniper life gone now. Could have potentially worked out, but unfortunately just gets snuffed. And now just left the Glock 1v4. Most likely going to be Autheryum's round here, barring a miracle. Or maybe some scams on the part of Autheryum, but they're in decent spots to watch him. And yeah, cornered, corralled in the back. And Drone gets a couple of tags in. Got a little scary there, but I mean, in a 1v4, not that scary, really. Just for Drone, I guess, his sake. It was a little scary, but Autheryum will secure that round. Get themselves on the board here and stop any of that momentum that maybe TBK was building. And I think more importantly, Lander gets dealt with the sniper. Only one more for him to have in this series. And I don't think anybody... I'm actually curious if anybody's going to be sniping on the side of Autheryum. It looks like nobody so far, so no sniper for them. We'll see if they end up pulling it out eventually. Maybe once Lander dies again, they'll elect to pull it out. I'm curious if that ends up happening, but alas, for not so far. Lander back with the boomstick. Nobody home right now. It's just Retro, and the B site is wide open. Except for Beams. And he gets the bomb planter before that smoke goes down, so unfortunately for him, yeah, just a bad time to plant. I don't believe the smoke bloomed yet before he tried to go for that one, and he'll get taken down for it. And now Lander just watching the bomb, unfortunately misses another shot. Doesn't matter too much. They still have the numbers, but the bomb has been collected at the very least. And now it's really on Autheryum. Running out of time here, 45 seconds. They got to get something going now. I think they're just waiting for the push in from TBK, but TBK just holding position right now. They know they have them surrounded in this B bomb site. It's on Autheryum to make a move here. And we'll see when they elect to do so. I mean, it's really just, this is a tough position to be in. You're a man down. You know you have people in front of you, but I mean, this has been 30, 40 seconds off the clock, and nobody has made a move. And Lander, another whiff snipe. Another one even. Yeah, Lander not having the best luck with the boomstick right now. He's going to spot some legs, but it's going to be Beams with the cleanup there. And just like that, as I say that, Retro with another one. Lander finally lands the shot, and that's a much-needed one as well. That's the bomb planter, and Glock is there for the final secure on the round. And now 3 rounds up, or 3 rounds on the board, I should say. 2 rounds up for TBK. And yeah, just Autheryum kind of just stuck in a horrible position toward B there. I mean, it's whether or not you think your opponent's going to push on into your spawn, you're playing for scams, but they just didn't give you anything. They gave you got first blood. You might as well take that all the way to the bank, force them to plant the bomb. And I mean, TBK know exactly what they're doing in that situation. Just, I mean, Autheryum probably had to get more aggressive there, try and make a play, but just ran out of time to do so. And Lander finally able to snipe and kill the bomb planter, so. Looks like so far, it's going to be TBK Elite and Co. getting aggressive toward A. And Glock going for the first blood, gets it. Nice trade coming on in. And now it's really just Drone in the back here. Yeah, has a tough job in front of him by the tree. Waiting for his teammates to chime on in. Waiting for this guy outer. It's really whether or not Beams spots him. And Beams, yeah, that's a tough angle for the tree player. No aim assist through that. And Beams maybe an overchow there. Retro able to get one back, but the damage has been done. 2v3 situation. And look at where Glorify is going. He's going all the way across the map. I'm not sure if I love this play. You're not going to have a whole lot of time. It can catch them off guard, but the more the time ticks, the more they're going to read this. And now Retro's been spotted. But Glorify does get one back, so 26 seconds. Definitely still possible. They have to go quickly, though. Both going to be clearing the bomb site. Retro gets towards side door, but unfortunately gives it up at the worst time. And Glorify toward the window, bounces off the wall by mistake. Smoke's gonna land, but with 10 seconds left, this is all but over for him. And it's gonna be which TBK member gets it. And I'm actually not even sure who got that, to be honest, but one of them got it. I believe it was, yeah, Elite there in the end, the final kill cam. And yeah, Glorify, I mean, I didn't hate the route, but yeah, just had to do it a little sooner, I feel like, for it to pay off. I mean, Retro could only live for so long on that side of the tree. And now 4-1 for TBK Black here, looking poised to take this series. And it's really Autheryum. What do you got left in the tank? We saw how map number 2 went. It was very back and forth until the very end. This map has not been particularly close so far. Need to see them, you know, I don't know, get first blood. Or get some trades toward mid, maybe. They've been losing this mid fight the entire game. And just like that, Retro, yeah, by his lonesome, just gets taken down. And that has been the thorn in their side. Lander through the smoke, gets the bomb planter. And 2v4, yet again, it's Dag and Drone to pick up the pieces. I mean, what can you even do at this point? They know exactly where you are, and they're just going to do the same thing they did last time. I mean, Dag tries to get one back, but that's not the gun for that range. And Beams repositions. Dag still tagged down low. Drone does get one back, so still possible, but they're going to have to get another one at the very least here. And I mean, Drone picks up the bomb. TBK pretty spread right now, so they could definitely isolate some players. They just can't afford to get traded here. That's really going to be up to Dag. Can you get anything? It's going to be Beams laying on the ground. Unfortunately, the trade comes through, so now Drone in the 1v2. Shots are going to land, but he's getting pinched here in a second. And Glock wisely backs on up. Should have a freebie here, and he will. Iron pays dividends. 5-1 now. Match point for TBK Black here. We'll see if they can pull it off. They would have to massively fumble at this point to throw this one away. Autheryum haven't really had a foothold in this map so far. They need to get something going. They're just letting TBK push through mid, it seems like, every single round. They got to stop that mid aggression. And it just hasn't worked for them so far. I actually don't know if Lander still has the sniper out. I don't think he does anymore. I think he's died twice with it, but I'm just going to stay on him with the second just to check, just to make sure. And yeah, confirmed. Lander without the snipe. And trophies on out for both teams here. And a knife looked like Glorify wanted to go in for the knife there, and Dag take it down low. Gonna live for now, and Drone, the hero, over the top should get one. Dag runs out of bullets, runs out of life there. But now it's just Lander left in the 1v2. Drone should clean this up, but some sloppy shots. Teammates there. And Autheryum, by the hair on their chinny chin, just still alive, still kicking in this map. But for how much longer can they keep this going? It's going to need to be perfect from here on out. I mean, that's a good start, but they got to get something going. And I think just toward mid-map, like I was saying a minute ago, they got to make sure they're shutting down this mid-aggression, especially on the defense. It seems like Glock has just kind of ran down mid with Lander watching over him multiple rounds in a row now. I'm curious if they make the adjustment now. We'll see if they end up picking up the pinch or if they just do something completely different. Looks like maybe a hit toward A is the different that they're looking for. And TBK Elites outside the window. He might die here. Yeah, Glorify in a great position. Maybe a little over-aggression there from TBK Elite. In an interesting spot. Lander's here. Gets him tagged down low. And Dag is there for the trade. So finally, some teamwork. Some signs of life from Autheryum. As TBK now find themselves in the 2v4. Making it a 2v3. As Glock finds the player on the pinch. And that's an important kill to get. That opens up the flank. But just like that, Retro shuts down their spawn. And it should be over now for Glock. Barring some scams from Autheryum. And, yeah, I don't know if Glock meant to do that, but he's off the map. It happens to everybody, Glock. Don't worry about it. I've seen so many people try and fall off the map toward the B site on the outskirts where they wall bounce by accident. So don't feel too bad. It happens. I've yelled at my teammates for that. It is what it is. But that's a much, I mean, that's a much needed one for Autheryum. They find themselves 2 in a row, and I mean, hey, it can still happen. Down 5-1, I've seen it happen before. TBK got to make sure they don't lose this one, or, I mean, this momentum could be key in taking them down. Glorify, yeah, playing with fire there. SMG in hand, not the gun, and he knows it. Who's shouldering, but maybe a little bit too favorably toward that corner as TBK got a 3-1 split right now. I don't think Dag nor Lander is going to be red on these pinches. It's really who going to activate first. Dag's here, but Lander is here as well. And Dag should get the bomb planter here in a second. He's going to go strike, but Lander gets 2 on the pinch as well. And just like that, it's down to Glorify 1v3 for the series. We'll see if he can pull out a miracle here. He's just switching back and forth between lanes. Doesn't know where he wants to elect to strike from, and he's shot in the back. He's going to be spotted. Semtech's not enough in that one, and that will seal it. TBK Black taking it 6-3. Yo, they are chirping. Oh my god, you guys probably can't hear this, but they are chirping. Oh my god. Alright, I gotta mute this because holy shit. Oh my god. They're screaming in my ear. I can't even hear it. Jesus, guys. Holy. Well, I mean, that was a good series, all things considered. Unfortunately, I had to mute at the very end because I couldn't even hear myself think. But hey, TBK are going to be victorious in this series after all the obstacles and hurdles and delays. I appreciate you guys sticking with me on that one. That was a long one. I'm going to take some much needed rest after the series is over. My goodness. Holy. Yeah, TBK taking it in map number 5. And they got it done where they needed to. They say S&D wins championships, and you saw it on full display there. S&D, prowess for TBK, were able to take it in the end. And my goodness, whew. Very, very back and forth series. Very weird series for sure. With the map number 3 as well, especially that map number 1. That's not a typo. That did happen. They got 100 Point Club map number 1, and they still ended up losing the series for Autheryum. So, you know, definitely looking better, though, I will say, with the new roster for Autheryum. Unfortunately, just, you know, I believe the roster changed a little bit too late in the season, so I don't think they can make playoffs anyway. But, you know, looking to play spoiler tonight. Didn't happen, but they were incredibly close. But congratulations again to TBK. They're going to be moving on, and I believe, let me pull up my graphic. I think they are 3-1 now, if I am correct. Yeah, I think they're 3-1 now. So they should be second, I think, in their group, potentially third, depending on the map count. I think Verify is also 3-1. I think they actually tied exactly with Verify, so depending on the head-to-head with that one, that'll be a, I'm actually not sure who won that one, so they could potentially be tied for, whoever wins that one gets the tiebreaker edge, I guess. I think there's still one more week to play, though, so, I'm pretty sure they still have another match each to play, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know in chat. I know there's a huge delay, but it is what it is. Oh my god, let me take a drink real quick before I do my outro. Whew. Oh my god. Whew. Jesus Christ. What a series. And that's going to do it for me. I appreciate you guys coming out. And I will say, you know, things got a little heated. Things got a little hostile. You know, you guys, I get it. I get you want your teams to win. I get there's cheese happening, but, you know, try and keep it more respectful, like Tendies was saying in the chat, guys. I know it's, you know, there's cheese stuff happening or whatnot. People feel a certain way. I know it's hard to keep emotion out of it, but just try and keep it a little bit more respectable if you can, at least in the chat. Like you guys in the DMs or whatever, I don't care. Go wild, but just in the chat, if you guys can, you know, keep it a little bit, you know, I would appreciate it. I don't care particularly too much, but just for the league's sake, you know, I don't want them coming in the rebroad and then, you know, crazy shit's being said. So it is what it is. I appreciate you guys. That's gonna do it for me. Shout out to everybody that came in the chat. This was a fucking great stream, honestly. Not gonna lie, this was probably the craziest stream I've had since last year, like late last year. So I appreciate you guys. That'll do it for me. Congrats again to TBK and, you know, Autheryum. You know, good luck for the new team. I'm not gonna lie, they look a lot better with this roster. So curious to see going forward in the next season if they keep this roster or not. So appreciate you guys for coming out, and I'll catch you later. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.
Every day they clocking me, red alert, I'm the dangerous, I keep that clock on me. And they ain't looking for no choke, I'm just looking out for me. Cause I done did shit, the niggas ain't talking about no rapping beat. Boy, I'm talking tragedy, massive, casual, shit that I can't even remember, bet they remember me. Shit that happened later December, I bring that winter heat. Niggas down the whole October, the real Halloween. Back to back, the rules is them or us, it's him or me. Don't get booked cause ain't no bum money, we doing this shit for free. If he told that ain't my homie, that little nigga weak. If I miss ain't going to sleep, I'm in the streets, we play for keeps. 2011, August 11, R.I.P.O.D. August 9th, 2 days before, I turned 17, 21 to 45. I'm like, what the fuck that mean?
You fighting an armed robbery, shorty, that's what they offer.
My little brother getting big, my uncle got that coke again. He been smoking crack since I was born, that monkey smoking him. I used to stay up late at granny crib just to talk to him. When I was locked up, I knocked on his door and told him walk with him. Back to this shit, so started rapping, now the war going viral. Boy, this bitch cracking, boy, they ass acting. Hit they block twice, a lot of booming, no damn. His mom will pop out like no